Have you ever seen somebody walk into the wrong room at the wrong time, talking loud and wrong, just to get dragged right back out? That's exactly what happened when Sara Gonzales tried to pull a stunt at Congresswoman Jasmine Crockett's town hall. She came in loud, calling Jasmine a fake ghetto hood rat, then switched up and tried to say she was a rich kid from Missouri. Come on now, Sara, pick a struggle. But let me tell you, Crockett's supporters, they were not having it. She got escorted out with the quickness and only left once the cops threatened to cuff her. Let's check out how this all went down.
I used to stay at my granny's house. She was one of my favorite people in the entire world.
Jasmine! The people of Dallas deserve better than a fake ghetto hood rat!
Get your ass out of here. Get your ass out of here.
Get her off me.
Get him out.
Get off me.
Get out.
Get off me.
I know.
Get her off me first.
All right.
Get her off me first.
Yes, she is. I'm standing still.
Do your people know you're a spoiled rich kid from Missouri? Get it! Get it! Get it! Fuck you! Fuck you! Get off me! Get off me! Get off me! Get off me! Get the fuck off!
All right, let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
Are you proud?
No, just in case I gotta cuff you up. Let's just go.
For what?
Let's go. I'm telling you.
So the first agitator that spoke up at Jasmine Crockett's Thursday town hall was Blaze TV reporter Sara Gonzales. And Sara Gonzales decided that she had had enough of Crockett. And she stood up and said this: Jasmine, the people of Dallas deserve better than a fake ghetto hood rat. Before adding, do they know you're a spoiled rich kid from Missouri? Does that part even matter? Gonzales was then, of course, escorted out by security, but fake ghetto hood rat. Yeah, I would say that's racially charged. I mean, perhaps you have a different opinion and you view it differently, but that kind of seems to have some pretty serious racial undertones to it. It doesn't take a genius to decipher what's actually happening here.
So Sara Gonzales decides to take her mayo-infused ass to Jasmine Crockett's event and call her a ghetto-ass hood rat. And then goes and say, do you all know that she's a spoiled rich kid? I'm just trying to figure out which one is it. Is she a ghetto ass hood rat in your opinion? Or is she a spoiled rich kid? Either way, girl, you better be so glad that they got your ass up out of there. Because if you know like I know, you was about to get the flu flops put on your ass. Thinking you finna be racist and shit.
Now let's be real for a second. This is Sara Gonzales straight up faking her way into the town hall, trying to act like she's just another supporter. But we all know what the real game was. She didn't come to listen, she came to hate, period. Her whole day is centered around bashing Jasmine Crockett. All over her social media, she is throwing shade, trying so hard to tear down a black woman who's out here making real moves and actually doing the work. Maybe Sarah's just mad because Crockett is everything she wishes she could be. Educated, powerful, respected, and not afraid to speak truth to power. I mean, what else would make somebody put that much energy into hating?
Watch this, and I'll be right back.
Representative Jasmine Crockett, who apparently is from the Dallas area and is extremely embarrassing. I want to play a little snippet from her part of the impeachment inquiry hearing. Watch.
But when we start talking about things that look like evidence, they want to act like they blind. They don't know what this is. These are our national secrets. Looks like in the to me.
Of course, referring to Trump's
This looks
documents.
like more evidence of our national secrets. 2 counts related to efforts to obstruct the vote certification proceedings. 1 count of conspiracy to violate civil rights. 23 counts related to forgery or false document statements. 8 counts related to soliciting. And I could go on because he's got 91 counts pending right now. But I will tell you what the president has been guilty of. He has unfortunately been guilty of loving his child unconditionally. And that is the only evidence that they have brought forward. And honestly, I hope and pray that my parents love me half as much as he loves his child. Until they find some evidence, we need to get back to the people's work, which means keeping this government open so that people don't go hungry in the streets of the United States. And I will...
They be blind up in here. This is how little they respect.
Come on now.
This is how little they respect.
some hip hop.
I could get my head on a swivel too, except if I was in Congress, I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't do it because it's not professional.
This is kind of a word.
I don't have those nails.
Exactly.
Because I'm not a hood rat.
A couple of months ago, I remember people arguing me down in my comments that acrylic nails were not considered ghetto or hood rat. But here is proof that they are. But I digress. Sara Gonzales. What I see is an intelligent Black woman who was elected to Congress. Not only is she college educated, she is a lawyer. What I see is that you did not argue any of her points because you know everything that she said was right. What I see is someone who is jealous of not only her beauty, but her intelligence, her style, and her natural swagger that you clearly lack because you look like a bobblehead trying to roll your neck. And there was absolutely nothing hood rat about Representative Crockett's very neutral nail polish. I mean, if anything, your little party nail finger is probably more ghetto than the polish that she had on. What I see is someone who is so jealous because they don't have what we have naturally. Now, I know Representative Crockett is just too classy to address you. So sit your wannabe anything but Latina, putting raisins in your potato salad and not seasoning your chicken ass down. Because if Black Twitter gets a hold of your ghetto comment and starts targeting the advertisers, the Blaze Media will cut you like the cancerous mole that you are. Have a day.
So because Sara Gonzales cannot competently rebut the things that Representative Jasmine Crockett was saying so passionately and eloquently, I might add, she resorted to microaggressive and racist tropes, trying to paint her as an angry Black woman, trying to call her a hood rat, all of those things. And we see this kind of double standard all the time, this kind of hypocrisy, especially when you see the behaviors in Congress that people like Sara Gonzales seem to conveniently overlook. Like, I don't know, Marjorie Taylor Greene and Lauren Boebert going at it on the House floor. You have Mark Wayne Mullen, who tried to fight a Teamster president in the middle of a Senate hearing. Or you have like Kevin McCarthy when he elbowed Burchett in the kidneys, and like they're fighting like stupid children, but that seems to be okay. Now, I could leave my commentary at that. I could leave it educated and intelligent because I'm an educated and intelligent woman. But the problem is that Sara Gonzales is not, and everything she said was unintelligent, ignorant bullshit. And I don't think that bullshit like that deserves a respectful response. And I'm a Memphis ass bitch. So Sara Gonzales, you're gonna catch this motherfucking verbal fade, okay? You decide to go low, I'm gonna drag you to hell. The reason why you don't have nails like that has nothing to do with not being a hood rat and everything to do with the fact that you are severely lacking in keratin. Collagen too. But I can see all that thinning at your scalp. Like, I see where you tried to tease it up and act like you had some body. You're not fooling anyone. That's also why your eyebrows come off at the end of the day when you wipe off your crusty ass face, okay? You look like Skeletor, bobbing your head back and forth. Be careful. You might have your head pop right out that vertebrae. You didn't have to dress up like this for Halloween. Dressing up like yourself? Alright. Hey, why are you only 5 years older than I am looking like that? Ooh, better question. Why are you 5 years younger than Jasmine Crockett looking like that? Like, she looks like this in all of her beautiful glory and you look well preserved. I don't mean that as a compliment. I mean that like a mummy. It doesn't surprise me that you have on an Andrew Wakefield pro-disease, anti-vax t-shirt. You look like you want to spread disease. You look like one of the things from I Am Legend. You look like you want to give everybody whatever the hell you have so that we can all cry in the mirror in the morning, okay? Yeah. I find it hypocritical that you made a whole Facebook post about how people judge you for superficial reasons and how that's not okay. But that's what you did to Jasmine Crockett, and what's good for the goose is good for the gander. Love this photo you attached to the post where you said you had on no makeup. 12 filters and still aging like eggnog. God damn, ain't that a shame. Also, did your eye glitch because of bad Botox? Okay. You know, it's really that you look like one of the things tossed in the dumpster behind the Walking Dead set, but that doesn't mean you get to be a racist and take it out on everybody else. Like, if you were moisturized, hydrated, and minded your business, maybe you wouldn't look like one of my Halloween decorations.
If you're scared, just say you're fucking scared. But you know what? I'd be afraid too, because Jasmine Crockett ain't nobody to be fucking played with. So if you want to redistrict her ass, change the fucking lines, and try to eliminate her, good luck with that, because she ain't going no fucking where.
Why? Please explain why, because all I'm seeing from you and all the other good blacks, the good ones in the comments, is that you don't like how she speaks in that setting. And your examples that you gave was her saying things like child and girl, like how a lot of us usually speak, how a lot of us black women usually speak. So I don't understand why that would make you hate this woman. I don't get it. I don't understand why that would be a problem for you, because are you saying that people who speak like us do not deserve to be in those positions? Because it can't be her qualifications. If she's qualified and she's doing her job and she's doing it how she's supposed to do it, why is it a problem for her to speak like, you know, the way she usually speaks, the way a lot of us usually speak? Why is it a problem for somebody that looks and speaks like us to be in that position and for you to have a problem with it? I don't understand. Why would child and girl and stuff like that, why would that be an issue for you? It's not making any sense to me, because she does what she's supposed to do. Y'all tap dancing real hard in the comments, and I don't understand it.
Now let's talk about what we just saw. And more importantly, what it really means. What we witnessed in that town hall was more than just a loud interruption. It was yet another example of how people like Sara Gonzales will do anything to try and tear down strong, unapologetic black women who speak with power, truth, and receipts. Sara didn't just randomly show up. She planned her little outburst. She came in pretending to be a supporter just to get close enough to cause chaos, then tried to flip the script like she was the victim. But we're not falling for it. The truth is, when someone can't tell you exactly what a person did wrong, when they can't cite a policy, a vote, a lie, or an action, but instead resort to name-calling and petty insults like hoodrat or fake, what we're really looking at is jealousy in plain sight. Because if we're being honest, Sara's entire day was clearly dedicated to trying to tear down Jasmine Crockett. From her tweets to her rants on social media, she had one mission: degrade, belittle, and distract from the fact that Crockett is thriving. She's not just making noise, she's making change. She stands up in Congress and backs up everything she says with hard facts, documents, and data. And that's the part that really gets to people like Sara, because they can't compete with that level of substance. Let's not forget, Jasmine Crockett didn't get to where she is by playing small. She got there by being smart, strategic, and real. She represents her community fiercely, and she doesn't fold under pressure, not in the courtroom, not in Congress, and definitely not at a town hall. So, when Sara tried to come for her, thinking she could throw some weak insults and shake the room, it backfired. Because Crockett's base is solid. Her supporters see through the noise. They showed up, stood up, and made it crystal clear. If you come with drama, you will get escorted out. At the end of the day, this wasn't about Crockett being ghetto or rich or any of that nonsense. This was about a strong black woman holding her own in a system that was never built to support her and still managing to make real moves. That's threatening to some people, but it's inspiring to us. So if you've been watching this and wondering why Jasmine Crockett stays in the spotlight, why she's constantly being talked about, why people either love her or can't stop hating on her, now you know. It's because she's got power, poise, and purpose. And the people who lack those things, they show up yelling in town halls. Thanks for watching. And if you support strong voices like Jasmine Crockett's, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Let's keep lifting up the truth and calling out the fake.
Listen, if you are competent, you are not concerned. When I walk into Congress every single day, you know why I don't feel away and why you can't make me doubt who I am is because I know that I had to work 10 times as hard as they did just to get into the seat. When you look and you compare me to Marjorie Taylor Greene or me to Lauren Boebert, there is no comparison. And that is the life that we have always lived. This is why they don't want us to have education. This is why they are trying to literally say we won't fund the HBCUs, because they know that if they've already gone after affirmative action and they're saying, you know what, don't allow them to come into, say, these PWIs, as we call them, don't allow them to come into these institutions. We know why they created the HBCUs in the first place. It was because they wouldn't allow us into the white institutions. And so now they're not allowing us in. And now they're saying, you know what, we're also going to defund the HBCUs. You know why? Because they don't want any more Kamala Harrises. They don't want any more Jasmine Crockett's. But I got news for them. I don't care what they do. We will fight to the end to make sure that we get our due. Because again, if you want to talk about the people that shouldn't be in this country, you probably need to look in the mirror, because the last time I checked, the Native Americans who some of ICE have been rounding up, or the Puerto Ricans who are absolutely Americans, listen, the only people that came and colonized this place are your ancestors, Trump.